Hello, it's Godchild. Welcome back to another video on Minecraft. Tropical Town Part 71. Um, so, to my audience, to my viewers, or what have you, I will say this. This is technically Part 71, but then, okay, so basically to make it easier on my, oh my gosh, what is up with this? The graphics here are just too much. Alright, but anyways, it is Part 71, technically. But here's something I just realized, not even that long ago. To be honest, it was when I was sorting out my YouTube video playlist of this channel. Let's just say I did not have a part 39, so therefore I'm actually at 70 videos. And um yep, I miscounted like by one. It was a very long time ago. So basically, if you go to part 38, you have to skip ahead to part 40, and it's going to be very confusing, and I apologize. So, that's that. Ignore, like, the reason to just say 15-ish videos, because, again, I feel bad about that, and, let's just ignore what happened. Again, mistakes happen, things happen for a reason, okay, folks? It's nothing to be ashamed by. Pro tip. By the way, stay encouraged, positive, and determined. If you want to be, you know, like a doctor, you can do just that. If you want to be a musician, you can do just that. If you want to be a help in the community, if you want to be like fireman, firewoman, if you want to be a what's it called, policeman or woman, you could do just that. If you want to be a veterinarian, you could do that, just that, etc. Many other jobs out there. Librarian, etc. You could do just that. You just have to simply put your mind to it. Again, it does not happen overnight. You have to put the work in. Pro tip: never lose motivation for anything. And anyway, something I'd say particularly about my Minecraft theories is this: I'm actually going to just to make it easier on people and just in general, to be honest. For the titles in particular, I'm working on it in myself, but basically, for, for this series in particular, I'm actually going to shorten the from part to PT, which stands for part. It has several different abbreviations, but it it is shortened for part. So just keep that in mind for like every other video as well, not just this, but mainly for this series in particular. I'm gonna shorten it to make it easier on people, and because the other thing I might as well just mention is the shortening is to make it less to read, and also I'll start to about devices such as like if you're watching this and if you end up watching this video possibly on like a TV like a smart TV, you're not gonna. There's a chance you might read it like how do I say it? The characters are gonna be too much. Therefore, you're just gonna see if anything up to the 3 dots. You know, it's unfair. Very unfair. It could be also even worse to like smaller devices. For example, if you're watching this on like I don't know, like a 5-inch phone, I guess you could say. Again, this is when it's uploaded eventually. This Minecraft video. Just putting it out there though. By the way, I can't really think of any quotes currently, but however, I will say this. It's just rough dumb, to be honest. Be yourself, and also one thing I'd say is, right now it is July. Hold on, let me check. July 6th. Yep, it's July 6th, 2025, and it is right now Sunday. At least it is for right now. The time is 7:50 p.m. Eastern Time, EDT. I'm bringing this up just because since it's well, you know, Sunday where I am. God bless you all. God bless even the people who have either a different religion or don't have any religions. Nevertheless, God bless you guys. And another thing I'd mention is I got a Bible verse. Hold on, it's gonna take me a minute to find. Okay, I found a prayer verse. It is Psalms 29. Hold on, I can barely read this, to be honest. It's a very old photo. Okay, 2911. And it goes like this. NLT. PSOMs 2911 NLT. Wait, hold on. Did I really just... No, but it's L. It's NLT, okay. Anyways, the verse goes like this. The Lord gives his people strength. The Lord will assist them with peace. There. PSOMs 2911 NLT. Great verse, I would say. I'm gonna be honest, when it comes to the Bible, look, I'm spiritual, I'm kind of maybe yours doesn't. When it comes to, like, verses, like, spiritual verses, right, y'all? Here's something I might as well just mention, just because it's my stance anyway. It's how I feel about them. Look, if you're gonna have a favorite of them, you know, go ahead, that's okay. I don't mind that. But me personally, I kind of feel like it's just a personal preference. Like, not many people are like this, to be honest. I mean, maybe. I'm not sure, to be honest. However, I will say this either way. My personal preference is I just simply don't. I find it different to have like a favorite Bible verse because to me, it's just sort of wrong. It's not a bad thing if you do, if you're, you know, so I'm gonna believe in the Holy Spirit, and that's like, you know, you have one. That's not like a bad thing. That's good. But my stance would be, I just don't have one. Simply, there's a lot of them I remember by heart, and you know, find great. Like, you know, become spiritual, as stated. But I just feel like, for example, if you're gonna have like a favorite TV show, and you know, I feel like, cool, express it, like talk about it, or well, not. Let me rephrase that. If we're gonna have like a favorite TV show, for example, right? That's different. Any like that's not gonna get controversial, if you will. Keyword controversial, because you never know. Like if it's like depending on the rating. But if we're talking about like spiritual verses, Bible verses, right? I don't know. I just find it wrong to like have a favorite, but that's just me. It's hard to explain, but I'm pretty sure at least a small percentage of y'all that happen to be spiritual would at least see where I'm coming from. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying that's my preference. To be honest with you, like I have several, but I wouldn't choose like a specific favorite. I feel like it's different. I don't know. All right. Anyways, I'm gonna be doing things in this video that would get me a lot of XP. And to my viewers, I apologize about the last video of this series because my mic was questionable, let's just say. I hope it's not questionable still. If it is, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if my mic is sketchy. I don't know. But it was tripping all the last video. It was odd. I apologize to my viewers about that. Well, not quite the Uno video, but I was talking about the last Minecraft video. I had trouble with that one in particular. Not the montages, not the PvP ones, not servers, not any of that. By the way, one thing I'd recommend is I personally could barely fit this on my own schedule. However, if you have anxiety or practically any mental problem, right? Please try to like meditate because I've seen differences before. However, I don't have the time for it. Me personally, I do like sometimes I 2 to 4ish times like a day, but it's honestly not guaranteed because, well, I'm not gonna get into it. Let's just say my schedule's busy all the time. Anyways, fact of the matter is, I actually enjoy, you know, doing like what's it called, exercises, but man, I never have I barely. It's too much. Like I'm not saying I don't have the motivation. I do, but like that's not one word. No, it's not really a word. Oh, idiom. Um, only so much you can chew. That's what I was trying to say. However, it's not impossible. It's as again stated in other ways. Okay, but to people that wonder, this is going to be my reaction of one copper one copper armor gets released, when that Minecraft update comes out. Honestly, I don't really have much of a preference on it, except that I was told that it would be that the copper armor tools are pretty much going to be between, at least for the armor. Did not really hear much about the tools, to be honest. Anyways, the armor apparently is just going to be between gold and leather. However, I don't really know how true that is, to be honest with you. So I would have to imagine it has the durability of leather, but around the same protection buffs as gold. Not sure, I don't know. I'm bringing that up because gold tools in armor just breaks too fast. And also, I saw a video at least, copper pickaxes will not be able to mine diamonds, which I found interesting. They're not quite added yet, but they are in an eventual update with a snapshot. It was just a YouTuber that, what's it called? Has, the preview and stuff like that. I need to draw off a YouTuber, so I really won't know about Bedrock Edition standards, but, because that's what I play. So I, don't know on this community anyway, so I apologize on that. And by the way, one thing I'd say is, rice and chicken is one amazing combo of food. Two, what's it called? To the people who don't eat meat, trust me, I understand your stances and I respect them. However, to the people who do, to the people who are in particular omnivores, please do yourself a favor and eat rice and chicken. The Puerto Rican style in particular, because I'm PR. I'm just bringing that up because, well, it's a great food, and you would enjoy it, but I do know that there is certain beliefs, if you will. There is that, if you don't eat that. So again, I'm thoughtful, just so my viewers know I am thoughtful, and if one of y'all are like that, just know that I respect it. I respect your stance, and I'm not judging. Disclaimer. Just a disclaimer that I'm not judging, because I don't. It's messed up, and as a follower of the Holy Spirit, there's something I say. There's only one judge, and that judge is God, so I genuinely don't like judging. But anyway. But yes, I was told about copper tools, weapons, and armor finally coming to this game, Minecraft. Honestly, that was so overdue. This should have been a thing already. Like a few updates ago. I don't know, in like 2021 or something. This should have already been a thing in Minecraft. We did not have to wait this long just for copper stuff, They added copper, it was great, don't get me wrong. But honestly, we waited ages just for one singular thing. Like, didn't have to be like that, That makes sense. I'm going to do something in this. That's self-explanatory. So, it depends, honestly. I have to... Actually, it does depend, but honestly, it's either or. You'll see what I mean. Basically, I'm gonna get some sleep this one. I take that back. I'm not gonna sleep in this. I'm not gonna sleep in this. Let me tell you why. I just realized that if I do so, I'm not gonna remember this. Anyways, give me a golden apple and then we'll go over here. Alright, so I'm gonna get this golden apple and you'll see why. Y'all, you'll see why. So first off, I have to get a weakness potion, which I already had safe. They're over here. This is pretty much where I was going to originally cure any zombie villagers if nearby here. So I have to get these. Is there any zombie villagers? For real? I guess not. Oh, that's too bad. That's so dumb. Because I was... Well, I mean, there's time for everything. Am I right? There's always a time for everything, that's all I can say. To be honest with you. However, that is nevertheless a bummer. Alright, well, let me go back here and go to sleep, I guess, in Minecraft terms. Go to sleep. Anyways, the reason to my viewers on why I thought of what's it called, curing a zombie villager was because I need a fletcher villager desperately because they're a really good source of XP. Like 32 sticks for an emerald is a great deal. That's one thing, and then another thing I might as well mention is, for those that don't know. Yes, for those that don't know. I'm even thoughtful to the people who like don't play any video games at all, so I try my best to break it down to certain people, even though not might be easy. It might not be easy, so I try either way. But anyways, here we go. Here's something I might as well just mention. So, alright, in Minecraft in particular, there is there's a trading system with villagers, just like so. The Fletcher villager is probably going to be very important. Anyways, fact of the matter is 32 sticks, so pretty much 32 of these. Alright? Anyways, 32 sticks would you give to this certain type of villager. And what does he do? He gives you one bit of these green things. No. No. My gosh, not like this. The 21 that's in the middle. I can't even zoom into it. There we go. Took a few attempts. Okay, so basically, well, to be honest, they all do this, but Fletchers are definitely the most efficient. To anyone who plays other video games and not Minecraft, or to anyone that just literally doesn't care about video games at all, I tried very hard to like explain that, but it was not easy, so I apologize either way. Nevertheless, I tried. I put effort, and at least, acknowledging. That's the term, acknowledging. Acknowledging y'all, so I tried either way. Man, nothing more hard to get than a Frostwalker. A Frostwalker look. Yes, obviously there's more things. There's definitely more enchantments that are rarer. But Frostwalker would be wonderful right now. Because, well, one, I've not been able to get a single bit of netherwort, that's one thing. But something else I just might as well mention, since I'm talking mostly about Minecraft, is, at least with this video, so far in this video, is because netherwort would genuinely be wonderful. I have not found it once in this world. Yes, I've gotten it before, obviously. But I'm just saying, it's been so difficult to find in this seed anyway. It's been disastrous. I mean, to say it's been a disaster just to find one. But again, as stated, I try. To anyone watching this video, when it's eventually uploaded, just know that. Just know that God will guide you towards places, and there's no doubting that, okay? Just know that. For those that care, my username is, you guessed it, because I'm the son of God. I named it after me being a godchild. Very self-explanatory. But anyway, and the reason I'm bringing that up is because don't think it's like because I think I'm good at video games. That's not the reason. To be honest with you, I'm not arrogant. That's one. That's just what I'm gonna bring. What's it called? What I might as well just. I have to put a disclaimer on this, or else One thing is I don't care about what people think, but one thing I do care about is my reputation. If that makes sense. And my viewers get that. Alright, so I'll put some carpet in the middle. Or about Minecraft. Where was I? Alright, so I was trying very decently hard to explain the villager trading, but that was not good. That was very hard to people who don't play this game. By the way, I haven't had the time. Well, to be honest, I did make a video of this a while ago, but I just deleted it because I don't know. It felt wrong in the sense of I was like so unhinged and it was all over the place, so I deleted the part 1. But basically, I'm gonna have a serious with some background gameplay pre-recorded and talk about how being spiritual has helped me. It's I have a playlist called My Spiritual Statements or something like that, and that's pretty much what it's gonna be about. Exactly that. And those are gonna be the videos I mostly pray in. Sometimes I pray on live streams, and honestly in videos, and on the videos like right now, for example. Well, I'm not praying right now, but you get the idea. However, as again, I'm only a human being, therefore I'm not, always going to be. But however, pray consistently. That's important. I pray consistently anyway. Okay, I have to think. So basically, I have to get gold, which apparently I don't have much of. Might as well go mining. Like, why not? So much is just that. But hold up. Problems. Even though I should not be, there's better fuel sources. I might as well just use these fuel ladders because I don't, really have a choice. Unless I find another fuel, source of fuel that's actually doable. Because ladders are not good. I mean, at least it was one for a single gold nugget to be smelted. That way I could have this into an ingot. But, I mean, again, definitely much better things out there. I feel like I'm getting decently repetitive, so I'm gonna talk about other stuff. So first of all, keep up the good work, no matter what you do, and even if you think it's bad, trust me, it's not. You're just probably going through a lot, and you're gonna think that. And honestly, if you're someone who has, difficult self-esteem, or like, low self-esteem, know that the work you might do in anything, absolutely anything, it's very subjective, but this goes with anything in life. Know that you're doing a good job and do not be ashamed. Like, For example, don't have a regret over, you know, something so minimal. There's no, try to let go of your regrets, if you will. You know, I'm not a hypocrite. I have some, but I'm gonna keep them to myself. However, they're not many, and they're also not that severe, so don't worry. I'm just saying that if you have regrets, what's it called? Try not to have any. That's what I'm trying to say. Try to let go of them. That's the advice. Also, for example, don't have a regret over, like, I don't know. Probably over, for example, you can spill food, I guess you can say. For example, and just because you spill food over something like a table, you should not regret that. Like that's really messed up. It's just the perfect epitome example I could probably think of right now. Because I can't think of much. However, I can think of that. It's probably one of the best examples I can think of, to be honest. At least as of right now. I can't think of much. Let me think. I have to get some ladders. By the way, we all, as a whole, as a human race, have the power to overcome so many things. You aren't alone, by the way. Keep that in mind. It's important. Okay, so I'm going to get some acacia wood instead, because why not? I already have a, what's it called? Cherry blossom pretty much every other corner of this seed anyway, at least where the base is. So I mean, it will just make sense to get acacia instead. It's different. Since I'm playing Minecraft and, you know, like, it's very versatile. For those that don't know, yes, there's a lot more than building. However, I'm not gonna make an entire explanation's worth. I would get exhausted, mentally, because I can name way too many things that you can do besides building. However, one thing I'd say is, you know, Minecraft has much more than just building. We have a lot more, and I'm not gonna get into that because it'll take me ages. However, I do not blame the public for associating this with just, like, you know, just building. I don't blame that. I don't blame, like, you know, any other person that hasn't played Minecraft more than 5 hours in their life. And if those 5 hours were not in creative in particular. However, trust me, there's more than building. Hooray. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whatever, getting this gravel to be, what's it called? Getting flint from this is actually gonna take ages, so I am fine with 4 flint. I'm grateful. I'm very grateful. I'll take that gladly. So there. Alright, so again, I'm gonna go mining. Let's just hope I don't get greedy because I've been saving a lot of XP throughout the last 2 videos, and probably a little more. Like, I guess it's safe to say the last 3 videos, but take it with a grain of salt because I have done a lot in this series since then. But anyway, alright, so. $7.48. Never mind. I'm actually not gonna go mining here because it's gonna take ages to mine. Alright, so that's that. Alright, so putting my spawn point there. Could take, might as well take the, you never know. Put it defeat station, sorry. God. Alright, anyways, so my viewers, I'm back. Just doing some headphone adjustments. Alright, so to those who do not know, in one of the recent videos, not the live streams, but in one of the recent videos, I did, this is what I decided to do. Basically, I made my own entrance to a mine because I was sick, and I am tired of, you know, mining all the time. Or, not mining all the time, but finding my own caves. Basically, I did this. I found a stronghold. But just so people know, this is, I actually got the seed from a certain seed YouTuber who I'm going to credit in the next few videos. However, I have yet to find that specific video, and I want to credit the exact content creator I got the seed from. So, give me some time, but I will get to it. If I don't get to this by the time 1.22 eventually comes out, then no, I tried. And then no, I at least will at some point, no matter what, credit this content creator. And I'll even put the link to where the seed even originated from anyway. Because it is not mine, that's one thing. And another thing is, you know, don't think I found the seed. I did not. I know I've been saying for like the past 2.5 videos, and I was going to probably longer. Now it's gonna be crediting that YouTuber. This YouTuber been, you know, trying to find for ages now, but I can't find him anywhere. Like, I apologize. I will eventually though. And also I have my own life, so that's another thing. We all do. Hold on. Alright. I was saying that because I found a stronghold recently. And that's why, you know, there was like so many blacksmiths too. Little old for island seed keyword. Okay, so here we go. I was putting that there just because having a bed near the caves would be super helpful. A fence gate. Actually, since it's getting dark, I might as well just sleep. I'm over here. Nope. I will definitely say this. My PS5 controller is so, what's it called? It's making, like, these weird... so weird. I don't know if you hear this. That's me with the mute and unmute button. Like, it's so... I don't know. It has a weird sound. Therefore, I'm gonna try to fix this sound briefly. Give me a second. I mean, I wasn't able to get rid of the squeaky sounds. That's the word, squeaky sounds of my controller, but I mean, it is what it is. One thing I will say is this is much better than having no controller. Pro tip. Be grateful. Nevertheless, this is one squeaky PS1 controller. Alright, so I'm gonna go mining. Oh. Oh, thank you. And there's so much darkness here, if you will. It's so annoying. It's so dark in this cave, and I guess it's dark in any cave, but as someone who sadly has to wear glasses, it's definitely very annoying at times. It sucks to have eyesight problems for real. It's so annoying. Peter, I don't know. What the? Okay, that was random. Ignore the fact I sounded like another entirely, you know, what the, like, ignore the sound, ignore the fact that when I got jump scared by that creeper, ignore the fact I sounded, my intention is far from, you know, sounding like, messed up, or not messed up, but like, you know, I'm not gonna say the word, because I know, I hope my audience knows that I do not mean harm by this. However, I don't know why, but when I got jump scared by that creeper, why did I sound British? I am American. And by the way, disclaimer to my viewers, I am not racist. I am nowhere close. I actually find that nonsense disgusting, but I have to say I sounded British after jump scared though. I don't know. Hopefully, I hope my mic did not capture that because it was very cringeworthy. And if it did not, just know that I don't mean harm by saying that. I'm nowhere close. I'm a very respectful person, and it's important to be respectful, honestly. I truly wish that Gen Z and going forward had more, as you know, respect. Is what I bring to the table, to be honest. It's sad, but it could be worse. It genuinely, it does suck though, but one thing I'd say is try not to think about it too much. It could be worse. Okay. Oh my god, almost died. Nah, help. What the heck? Nope. Nothing bothers me more as a person than ignorance drinks, so, man. It's embarrassing. It's a shame. It's just genuinely embarrassing. Like, in my book, in my opinion, it's probably definitely a lot, less severe than, like, what, like, between the time span between the 1950s and 1960s time span, I guess. With Martin Luther King and such, the speech. But I would say either way, it is still messed up. So, to anyone who might be suffering from that, I feel for you. I feel for each one of you. Know that I understand it, and if y'all need me to pray about that, I would suggest that, especially in a live stream. Don't be shy to comment any of that. I got you. You know what they say, God works in mysterious ways. Even if you have a different religion, know that. I will still pray for you. Different beliefs, I'm still gonna pray for you. Heck, even on the content that I'm not even, with any commentary. Even when I'm far from doing any videos at all. Just know I will even pray in my own time. That's how dedicated I am. Okay? And I'm thoughtful, so it just makes it easier. I'm not gonna forget. I'm just not. So, it's important to know, okay? Right? Now I'm pretty much stranded, but that's okay. I thought that was green for a second. I feel like it might be my accessibility settings. It definitely is. But vibrations on the phone definitely have to be a really good setting at times, but then it could be very random too, because you never know what that vibration is. Could it be the DualShock 5 or DualSense controllers vibrating? Could it be let me think of another example. Could it be one of those like chairs that have like gaming chair, for example, a very advanced one, just as an example. Could it be just pretty much anything that has a vibrating sound? I can't think of much right now, but no, oh my gosh, wow, I don't know. Okay, that wasn't intense. Thankfully, I had a golden apple. That really was clutch in it on itself. That's a relief. I just realized how much time I've wasted during being in this cave because I've been like so focused on talking that I'm not doing both. So it's like kind of feels sort of bad. I should definitely not do that. Oh dear. No. Ender pearl? Nope. I guess there's not an ender pearl. That's fine. Could be worse. Well, I don't have a feeling that there's an ender pearl, however, I might be mistaken because imagine there's an ender pearl, but I don't know because it's dark and I ran it past it. No, there's literally no ender pearl, or else I would have collected it. I have a spot left of inventory space. If I don't keep getting things, I do not need them here. Okay, there. Okay, well, there's that. I'm definitely gonna go back up on the surface for like how much time I'm wasting. And as far as me, I'm not wasting anything, but I am wasting like. I just feel like talking over this is hard because I'm gonna keep running in circles, especially if it's Minecraft. Okay, oh no. Anyways. And why was I crouched? Was it good and a bad thing? Again, it's a bit of both. I'm trying so hard to sprint here. That was so hard. Escape. Alright, so, oh my gosh. Or I could escape, however. Oh no. Nope. I could escape, however, it's gonna be difficult. I can do so, I just need stone. Or just any block. Alright. In fact, I have several blocks, but apparently I didn't notice. Wow. It could be worse. I'll still manage it. If anything, I'll at least get to possibly the entrance to this cave. Which off camera, without recording, I'm definitely gonna put torches around here. Just so, well, one, I don't go in circles anymore, and two, because it would make it easier on me having time such to like, you know, for the video itself and actually do productive things besides fish. Go to the nether at times. LOL. It's confusing. I had to be muted because if I was not muted, then I wouldn't have not been able to concentrate. So that's that. Okay, my bad for being muted, by the way. Alright, so... And water. So random. Water and just simply making me feel slow. Okay, so redstone. I'm okay to decent at best at redstone, so I mean, probably not gonna use redstone much in this entire world, but I mean, never say never, and either way, it's a good source of XP. So, that's honestly all I really have for this video because of it's gonna take a well PS5. I record from the PS5 itself, so it's gonna take ages to like edit and such. So this only goes up to an hour. But thank you for watching. Have a great day or night, depending on your time zone. Hold up. Can't find his email apparently. Not that. Oh, it's here. Alright, but thanks for watching. Thank you for watching. Have a great day or night, depending on your time zone. Good heart out, peace. Bye. Bye, my peoples. Stay encouraged, pals have environment, by the way.